like this.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
Why the f isn't it?
Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on Talk Center. Today we're going to check out some feminists dying inside. If you enjoy this video and find it amusing, leave a like on it and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this and much more. Getting right into things now, this is why feminist poetry is so freaking weird.
Identified by my thighs and my moans and my sighs. It's funny, the ones who cry whore the loudest are the ones who are thirstiest for my blood, and my love only starts to matter and stops being make-believe, a fantasy when you're watching lesbian porn, but they quickly discover that actually what they've been missing this whole time is you're looking to experiment in the same way I must be experimenting like a...
Why do you complain about everything all the time?
Comms. Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours?
They simply just hate men.
And when another male friend who identifies as a feminist gives himself permission to make a rape joke and call it reclamatory, as if he doesn't already catcall the girl who jogs by his house every day to remind her that she is just a woman, just a thing he can exert power over, just a guest in what has always been his world, his streets.
It doesn't take a lot to offend them.
That is anti-woman, actually, that you use cunt.
Anti-you? Because you're attacking women for having a differing opinion than you.
Cunt flap in a really derogatory
And you would say, so f you. I don't give a fuck.
Don't speak that.
Well, if you did, I wouldn't give a
I said something like that, so you're wrong.
Go ahead, say it. It's funny.
No, if you have to say you're funny, then you are definitely not funny.
Worse.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
I don't think anyone actually thinks this.
You think an orgasm for you is like oxygen for me, like when I am going down on you, I am actually sucking up life, retrieving my very soul from inside your stomach. I am raw meat in a slaughterhouse, packaged according to what you are hungry for that day.
Here's some feminists crying again.
Are the majority of today's college graduates, but yet less than 22% of us are making it past middle management. I was also really disturbed by the wage gap. I mean, the fact that Hispanic women are making 55 cents to the dollar. I mean, how could I not do something? You know, but then the question becomes, well, what can you possibly do, right? Like, what can I do to combat something that's so systemic, so overwhelming? Because of the nature of our...
Seriously, we need to stop them from doing poetry. It's just hard to watch.
To clothe an army of white knights, but feminist dude is good at hacky sack. You can talk for hours. If by talk you mean listen to him talking, feminist dude has a lot to say about the plight of women until you get him drunk. And then he has a lot to say about boobs and the word no.
And they're still whining.
but we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy, I got shit to do.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
In what world does no mean yes?
No means no.
Why?
This is a very weird rant.
Prize for equating my entire personhood to your is that you get 2 women who are disgusted by how your breath reeks of desperation instead of just one.
Okay, so she didn't like that answer, I think.
Feminists don't even know what they're fighting for. I feel like it's just a bandwagon thing.
Seriously guys, this poem has taken some really weird turns.
Animal, a cat, say, and you look in their eyes and know they can feel. It makes it so much harder to be angry when they scratch your arm, when they sprawl every part of themselves on your body, when they beg and beg for something you cannot give.
They have every right to do so, to be fair.
For female identifying and non-binary people only. I just felt that if there were men in the room, that it would really make it uncomfortable for women to speak up. But then we got sued for gender discrimination. We were targeted by a men's rights group who were suing us under a Civil Rights Act in California that is meant to protect oppressed groups like women.
They're just proving why we dislike feminists.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting?
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
Have you ever wondered how much feminists actually hate men? Well, it's about this much.
And you will wish the animal would just claw and take, because eventually you will say yes, and it won't be what yes means. And he'll know that, but he'll know himself better. He'll know he is a good cat.
Someone please tell her that this isn't exactly how it works.
A man, and you say that you're not a feminist, then what you're saying is you don't respect women. Practical next steps would be, if you have a thought about feminism, and you're a man, instead of writing it, why don't you look and see if there are women in the movement that have been saying that same thing, and then retweet them.
Feminists are not real, like, they just can't be.
My vagina, I love my vagina, I love my vagina, I love my vagina.
I really feel sorry for her baby boy.
Babies are babies, first of all. Second of all, sex and gender are two completely different things. Babies are assigned a sex at birth based on their genitalia. Gender is more of your concept of yourself. It's the way you innately identify.
They're really good at complaining, as we know already.
Perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you, like watermelons through like this.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
Why the f isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get gendered?
It must be hard being on a date with a feminist.
No, that's wrong. Don't mean women should be housewives. I mean, women are motherly, they're nurturers.
Like, that's a very old school traditional way of thinking.
What about the women that have raised children by themselves? They should get praised as much as, yeah, okay, it's old school, but they're just as good as the woman that works 7 days a week and earning.
But my point is that all women should be recognized. It's not just...
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, everyone. We hope to see you in our next video on Talk Center.